getting, the stopped out of our lives. You can see the name as much as well. So, I hope you enjoyed seeing our beautiful gorilla boys. Those boys are, one of them is 22 and the other one is about 18, and they are brothers. And before you ask me, I will tell you that it would be lovely if we could find a mate for one of them, but the difficulty is we are all part of the Australasian zoos, and their father had so many children that in Australasia to find one that's not a girl that's not related to them is a step too far. We haven't managed it. Over there we've got a beautiful addax. Unfortunately in the wild they are almost extinct because they are hunted for meat and also for their beautiful horns. However, in zoos like ours they're doing very well. And these are our girls, because we've actually got quite a lot of boys. And I might tell you that Orana Park is actually 180 hectares with 40 hectares open to the public. So we have a lot of space out the back where we can have, we've got those are the girl addax, we've got the boy addax out the back because you can only have so many. We don't want to overbreed it. You've got to have the space. Now up here we do have our cheetah girls. These are two beautiful female cheetah who are actually about 8, I think. But they came from a zoo in Australia and they are sisters. Very unusual in the cheetah world to have 2 sisters living together. In the wild you might have 2 brothers living together, like you might have 2 male lions walking together or something like that. Right. Anybody want to get off and see the cheetah? No? Good to stay? Hooray! I'll keep going. Up here we've got the water buck.
No one wanted to.
The water buck are actually they're right up there under the tree, wouldn't you know? And unfortunately they're sort of the same colour as the shadows. So it's wonderful for disguising themselves and making sure that nothing can eat them. But it is a bit hard if I'm trying to point them out to you. So the water buck live near water all the time, and they are amazing swimmers. They can stay in the water for hours. They use it as a defense. So if they have some sort of big cat like a leopard coming to try and eat them, they can get in the water and stay there. They have very oily skins and porous hair. Here are water buffalo. They come from Africa and Asia and are sometimes known as the tractor of Asia because they're very helpful for Asian people. Now I love it. They love the sun and they love water, but they hate the rain. So when it's very, very hot or when it's raining, they're likely to put themselves in the water. Very simple. These are 2 girls, mum and daughter. A beautiful rhino. Now, if you're still in the park at 3:15, you can come down and see the rhino having their real treat, which is lucerne hay. How many people here? Does anybody here like chocolate? Do you like chocolate? Well, lucerne hay is to them what chocolate is to us. All good? No? I don't know if we've got space. Have we got space? Yes. Absolutely. Please do your seatbelt up now. It's a rule. The other thing that is a rule too is that I cannot take children on the shuttle under the age of 16 on their own. And that's because actually children in the park should be with their parents. Yes, it's a lovely place to be, but we do have wild animals and accidents can happen, and trees can get blown over, you know? So it's just, it is a rule and a policy. All right, are you buckled in now? Perfect. Now the rhino up there is Mattel. She is the best friend of this rhino down here who's called Tama. And that's what female rhinos do. They make very close friends. Did you know that a rhino can run at speeds up to 45 kilometers an hour forwards and backwards?
45.
So the reason that they need that is that I said, well, I don't know if I have said it, but nothing can kill an adult rhino except man and his guns or whatever. But that's not so of the babies. So if they're looking after the babies, they will bring the babies out, and there'll be 2 or 3 adult females that'll come out with the babies, and they will keep the babies with them. And if something comes along like the pride of lions that say, oh look, there's some young rhino, perhaps we can eat them, the rhino will put down there, they will get the babies in the middle of them, and they will, if they need to, they will charge at the lions, or whatever it is. They will duck their heads and use their horns to run right at them to try and sort of, well, skew them really with their horns. And they can go 45 kilometers an hour, and they will then run backwards, basically to the circle to keep the babies free, the babies safe. Now, not even no adult lion has got claws long enough. I can't take children on the shuttle without adults. If you've got an adult with you, that's fine. Please do your seatbelts up when you get onto the shuttle. No more than 3 people to a seat, because we've got 3 seatbelts.
How my baby can go.
You excited?
This is dangerous.
So cute. Have you missed Emily? Yeah. Oh, so cute. Oh, so cute. Where's that? Yeah, where's that?
All right, my dears, are you all buckled in?
Yeah.
Hey! And the wheels on the bus go round and round. I'd like to wish you a very Merry Christmas, a very Happy New Year. I hope your year's going to be fabulous. Look at our beautiful Shira there. She doesn't, I bet she didn't come over to feed. She just doesn't do people, really. Mind you, she does like to try and make life a bit, she does sort of funny things like knock things over and stuff and make life a bit interesting for the keepers. I think she has a sense of humour. But not everybody likes, being in crowds, and Shira just doesn't do it. Now, if anybody would like, I'm going to let my friend off just here, and she's going to go and have a look at the paintings through there, the photographs. If anybody would like to do that, please, this is the moment. They are wonderful photographs. See if you have a good look. Just, if you can, Anybody else want to jump off? You don't have to. I'll see you later, Madeline. Okay. And off we go. So these paintings, these photographs are the National Geographic photographs that we've had an exhibition that we've got in the park, and we've got them here I think until April, but they are really interesting. Beautiful photographs. Now, up here we've got our zebra. baby zebra. He was a whole 1 year old on the 31st of December. And funnily enough, that's the same date that his mother was born, but she was 16. So they share a birthday, isn't that lovely? And up the hill we go, and whoa-hey, up the hill, whee! Over here we've got the farmyard. Now at 1 o'clock you will be able to go into the farmyard and feed some things yourselves. So especially if you've got young people with you, you might really enjoy that. You might just enjoy it yourself even if you're an old woman like me. Our lions must be over there because I can see people gathering. We only have 2 lions left in this pride. And they're 2 males, and you'll say to me, but why haven't they got manes? Well, when they were born, they were part of quite a big pride, but you know, we're all mortal. And so, there's only 2 of them left, but we didn't want inbreeding, so the male lions were castrated like you would do with your cat. And without testosterone, they don't grow manes. If you take that thought a bit further, it helps you to understand about eunuchs. If you're old enough to, or if you've heard about eunuchs in history. Yeah. So it's the same time. Everybody staying? Okay, lovely. Now just round the corner, round the zoo school, is where the black and white lemurs are. And actually, they're lovely to go and have a look at. So do that later on. And then you can walk to the farmyard and things all around there. So that's quite nice. Right, you all right? Okay, off we go. Now, the main one has got a son who obviously doesn't have a mane, but Leah never had any children, and she's the one with the more beautiful mane. So it's obviously everything you can find in the human world you find in the animal world, because we're all animals. Yeah? Oh, there, right down there, you can see 2 of them lying down, and that will be Mika and Mambila. Mika being the girl, Mambila being her son. Do you know that these 2 girl lions will be 22 years old this month? That is really, really old for lions. Over there we've got the Tasmanian devils. Tasmanian devils have a bite as strong as a Bengal tiger. You're jumping off? Lovely, thank you for letting me know. You enjoyed yourselves? Yes, thank you. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day.
Aww. You too.
And on this side here we've got the springbok. Springbok, a bit like the addax, they can also survive without drinking. And of course they're called springbok because they can do this huge leap straight from the ground, and it's called pronking. And it goes straight up about 2 meters. Extraordinary. And it's their defense mechanism for, you know, when something is chasing them, or so that they can look very big or just, yeah. It's, every animal has to have its way of being able to survive in the wild. And these emu that are in here are emu that were hatched here at the park. So that was lovely. And on the other side are their parents and some wallaby. You see these vans going around, sometimes they've got keepers in them, sometimes they've got That's a keeper. Now, our beautiful, beautiful tiger is, I have no idea where he is, I can't see him now. He's on this platform. Tigers do not like to live with anybody else. They, Rudyard Kipling wrote a wonderful poem called the Tiger, and it goes, I am the cat that walks by myself and all places are alike to me. And that's how they are. They really do prefer their own company. And to be fair, most big cats do, The one exception is the lion. And the lion likes to live in a family group. So, yeah, that's that. So, now the spider monkeys. If you look at the gum tree over there and imagine something 2 or 3 times the height of that, that's the height of the canopy of trees that these monkeys evolved in. So they never needed to develop buoyancy, and that's very important because they didn't ever come down. They come from Central America. They come from Central America, and you can get them in different colours, as it were. There's one. The lighter they are, the more likely they come from warmer places. The darker they are, the more likely they are to come from cooler places. And see how he's using his tail? We've got 2 girls and a boy here. You've got to sit up there. Now, so they never, as I said, so they cannot swim. So that island is absolutely their island and they love it. If they fight, they don't mind if the odd duck swims around in the water, but if the duck comes on the island, they'll chase it off. And they can go back into their house whenever they like, and that's where it's warm. Now those 2 people that have just jumped on, have you done your seatbelts up? Oops, I forgot to remind you. Sorry, darlings. Please do that. Thank you. Give me a thumbs up when you've done it. That would be great. Well, these monkeys will have had a public feed at 11:30. So, and they eat vegetable type things. You all good? Great, lovely. Thank you. Now, in front of us here, we have got 2 young cattle. A boy one, who is a belted Galloway, and a girl one, who is a Highland cow, Highland cow. Right. One of the things I like to be able to tell you is that, of course, wherever these animals are living, this is their home. And you really do, we all should respect the fact that they're their homes and not climb on fences and things like that, Now, here we are at the reptile house there, the kiwi pointing the way to the kiwi house. Just round the corner is the black and white lemurs, the lowland aviary and the alpine aviary where the kea is. Good place to go and look at things. Lovely. Absolutely. Thank you for letting me know. Hey, you enjoy the rest of your day, won't you? Bye-bye now. Okay, we'll keep going. Now we're going towards the farmyard, and in about half an hour, if you want to go into the farmyard, you can have a go of feeding things. Over there we've got Jane. Jane is the oldest inhabitant of the park. The park's been open for nearly 50 years. She's been here for 48. And she is a sulphur-crested cockatoo. And she was a present from a zoo in Australia. And she's lovely. Please move, Sparrow. I don't think I should run you over. Don't want to run you over. In here we've got the frog house. Did you know that New Zealand Indigenous Christmas frogs don't go through a tadpole stage. Did you know that? There you are. That's a piece of information. I didn't either until I started working here and found out. So, now the next shuttle will go shortly actually. My colleague will probably be there to take it. So we do 2 and 2. Okay. I'd like to thank you very much for coming to the park today. And I do hope you have a lovely day in the park. Yes. Let's look at
Yeah, we're gonna give you some extra lunch. And get over just chilling. We going now.